Hello YouTube. Right, it's tyre change day on the little Wave. Came up as an advisory on the last MOT, and that was a few months ago. So I've pushed it as much as I'm comfortable with. I've had the tyre sitting in the shed for a while now, but been putting this job off. It's not my favourite job to do, but I'm going to try the cable tie method today. See if it's any easier. Now these are quite big, probably overkill, but they're the only ones I had hanging around. So never done this before, so we'll give it a go. It's supposed to be quite a lot easier, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I thought I'd video it just in case. It's well, we'll see what happens really. But so yeah, we've got cable ties, we've got a couple of spare tubes, not because I'm intending on using them, but I'm not quite sure what is in there. So they're both 17-inch, different diameters, so we'll see what we get out as to what we put in. Yeah, got some tyre irons, compressor, valve stem remover. We've got a bit of tout for the inner tube when it goes back in. We've got some fairy liquid, which I'm going to give that a go. Don't usually use that, but we'll try that. New tyre, and I've got some goop that I bought because I'm doing a couple of big trips. Well, a couple of quite high mileage trips soon, and I don't want to really be doing this at the side of the road, but I like to try and do it myself at home in a nice comfortable environment, just so if the worst does happen I know what I'm doing on the road. So, but I usually give it one go. If I pinch the tube, I'll get pissed off with it, I'll take it down the shop. That's what I normally do. So we'll put a new tube in, we'll keep the old tube. Hopefully I don't pinch it on the way out, we'll keep that as a spare. Yeah, that's it, we'll get into it. Wish me luck. Right, so first job, obviously, get the air out of the tyre. Now, when I got the Wave, I wrongly assumed that these were tubeless because they're cast wheels. I'm not going to lie, that was one of the reasons why I've got a Wave over an Innova. But yeah, it turned out that they have got tubes in. So that bead's coming off quite nice and easy. We can take the valve stem out as well. Just to make sure all the air is out. And it's always worth remembering, if you do get a flat by the side of the road, just check this is done up and there's no air escaping from that bad boy. Now, from memory, you want to start the opposite end of the valve when you're taking off. Might just put a little bit of this round it. Just make it a little bit easier. Oh shit, there we go. It does the job, makes it slippy. Fuck's sake. Never remember which way to stick these in. So every time I do this job, it's a bit of a learning curve. Like I say, we'll try and save this tube, but it's not the end of the world if it goes. Alright, let's put that one like that. think the less times you grab the tyre with the irons, the better. So if you can just muscle it round a little bit. You might just avoid a pinch. So we're halfway now, so that should be just alright to pull out. Going down to the valve end. Okay. Like I say, I'm not an expert at this. This is more just for, I don't know, probably watch me and see how not to do it. But it doesn't happen often when you know, it's one of those jobs that you don't have to do often, so you kind of forget, you can't build up an easy way of doing it. Now, I always find this a bit of a bugger as well. I'd rather get that tube out as soon as possible. I might be able to save it. There we go. Right. As Bon Jovi says, we're halfway there. Now let's see if I've nosed that up. Put that valve stem back in and just see if I can get any air into it. Oh, I forgot to put my gloves on. Oh, bugger. Oh, yeah, this tripod don't want to do up either. So we'll see if we've pinched that tube at all. I always like to do this straight away, put some air into it, and then you can leave it while you're doing the rest of the job. See if it's if it's holding air. That's all right. So we've got our spare. So we didn't pinch that tube, so that's a good start. There we go. Woo. The only, oh, that's gone up there. So the only plus side to these cast wheels that I can see is that you don't have spokes, and so you don't have rim tape to worry about. And obviously there's no spokes going in there, so that is a bit of a plus side. Alright, just give that a little clean up, make sure there's no pointy bits anywhere. Right, can you still see this? So, just going to put the cable ties on now. Now, it doesn't matter how many times I use a bloody cable tie, I always use them. Always put them on the wrong way. Not that there's a right way, but if I've got to put more than one on, one will be on one way, the other will be on the other way. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I reckon about six of these. Oh, you see what I've done there? Like a complete bloody moron. This is why don't watch my videos. Luckily these cable ties undo. All you're trying to do is pinch the two beads together. Don't connect it to the bloody wheel like I just did, like a fool. Right, we're back. So, as I was saying, the idea is to tighten these up and pull the two beads together without obviously pinching the tube. So you've got a bit too much air in there. So you want to keep that tube well on the inside of those beads. I guess that's going to have to do. Right, so I'm going to start the valve stem, the valve end. Hopefully pop him in before we start. Get what's left of my washing up liquid around this rim. Hope this is picking up what I'm doing. Just smearing the old washing up liquid around the rim. Now I've seen some videos where this pops straight on. I'd like to get that valve stem in. Ideally. Just keep that a little bit loose. I'm just gonna trying to push it down into the middle of the tyre, middle of the wheel on the opposite side to where you're going. Now I have seen them just drop straight in. Obviously this isn't going to do that, so we'll just lever it on a little bit. But the beauty is, supposedly, that you're getting both beads at the same time. I mean, it's going. It's probably a bit too much of a bite. Got the other side on, almost. More lube for the last bit. Doggo's come over to say hello. There we go. She's on. I'm not too confident with this though. Got a horrible feeling that I heard a little. So what we'll do, we'll get these bad boys out first, and then we'll try and see if it will hold air. But yeah, I'm not too confident here. And I don't know whether I didn't get the two beads together enough. I was finding that the first bead was going over, but the second bead wasn't. So carefully cut these off. Some people swear by this method. First time I've done it, so the proof is in the pudding. If that holds there, I'll be a convert, but like I say, I'm not too confident. This doesn't work, I might give it a go the old way. With the old tube potentially. Before I give up completely and take to the shop. Right, you're still with us. Pull those out. Hey, these tyres I've gone for Michelin City Extras. The last ones were, what were the last ones? Pilot Street, both Michelin, but these were a little bit cheaper. And the reviews were equally as good. It does seem to be holding air. Get all this gubbins back on. I'll pump it up, get its seat back on the bead properly, and then let all the air out, and then pump it back up again. I think it's supposed to get any creases out or something. I can't actually remember why, it's a long time since I've done this. Well, that's gone up to 35 psi. Well, there we go. I mean, it wasn't as easy as some of the videos I've seen, but she's up there.